Have you ever felt like no matter how hard you work, your money just seems to disappear? It's a frustrating reality for many people. But here's the thing, it's often not the big expenses that drain your wallet. It's the small, everyday habits that quietly steal your hard-earned cash. For example, think about how often you spend on small conveniences, like food delivery or quick shopping splurges. Or how emotional spending sneaks in when you're feeling down and need a pick-me-up. These little habits may seem harmless, but over time, they create big financial problems. Being poor isn't just about how much money you make. It's often about how you manage the money you have. The truth is, even people with limited incomes can create a more secure future by avoiding wasteful spending. The key is recognizing where your money goes and taking control of your habits. In this video, we'll explore 5 things poor people often waste money on and how to stop. We'll dig into unexpected spending traps and share practical ways to break free from them. By the end of this video, you'll see how small changes can lead to big improvements in your financial life. Number 1. Convenience obsession, spending to escape micro inconveniences. We live in a world where everything is designed to make life easier. But here's the catch. Convenience often comes with a high price. Many people waste money on small conveniences that seem harmless at the moment, but quietly drain their finances over time. Think about it. How often do you pay extra for food delivery instead of cooking at home? Or spend money on pre-cut vegetables, bottled water, or express shipping for something that could wait a few days? These are examples of spending to avoid small inconveniences. While they may save you a little time or effort, they can add up to hundreds of dollars a month. For example, let's say you spend $5 on coffee every day because it's easier than brewing your own. That's $150 a month, or $1,800 a year. What could you do with that money instead? Maybe pay off debt, start saving, or invest in something that grows your wealth. The truth is, we often pay for convenience because we feel busy or overwhelmed. But this habit can keep you stuck in a cycle of financial stress. The good news? You can break free by planning ahead and finding low-cost alternatives. Here's how. Cook in batches. Prepare meals for the week instead of relying on takeout. Use free delivery options. Plan purchases so you can avoid paying for express shipping. DIY when possible. From cleaning products to home repairs, doing it yourself can save you money and build skills. Convenience spending isn't about the occasional treat. It's the daily habit that's the problem. By making small changes, you can stop wasting money and use it for things that truly matter. Number 2. Emotional spending on temporary highs. Have you ever bought something just to feel better? Maybe you were stressed, sad, or bored, and treating yourself seemed like the perfect solution. This is called emotional spending, and while it feels good at the moment, it often leads to regret later. Emotional spending can look like buying clothes you don't need, ordering expensive snacks, or splurging on gadgets you'll barely use. The problem isn't the occasional treat, it's when these purchases become a regular way to handle emotions. Over time, these small, feel-good expenses add up and leave you wondering where your money went. Why do we do this? When you're feeling low, buying something gives you a quick burst of happiness. It's like a dopamine hit for your brain. But this happiness doesn't last. Once the excitement fades, you're left with less money and the same emotions you started with. For example, imagine you spend $50 on impulse shopping every week to relieve stress. That's $2,600 a year. Money that could go towards savings, paying off debt, or starting a side hustle. Recognize your triggers. Are you spending because you're bored, stressed, or trying to impress others? Knowing why you're spending helps you control it. Find free or low-cost alternatives. Go for a walk, journal, or call a friend instead of shopping. Create a spend-delay rule. Wait 24 hours before making any non-essential purchase. Often, you'll realize you don't really need it. Emotional spending gives you a temporary high, but it doesn't solve the underlying issues. By choosing healthier ways to handle emotions, you'll save money and feel more in control of your finances and your life. Number 3. Overcompensating on appearances. Looking good and keeping up with trends can feel important, but spending too much on appearances can hurt your finances. Many people waste money trying to look richer or more successful than they really are. This habit is expensive and often unnecessary. For example, you might feel the need to buy the latest smartphone, designer clothes, or trendy accessories to impress others. But here's the truth. Most people aren't paying as much attention to your appearance as you think. And even if they are, is it worth staying broke to win their approval? Overcompensating on appearances is a financial trap. You might feel good wearing that $200 pair of shoes or carrying a luxury bag, but if it costs you a chance to save or invest, you're only making it harder for yourself to achieve real success. The worst part, the more you spend, the more pressure you'll feel to keep up the same image. Society often equates looking good with being successful. Social media makes it worse by showing us highlight reels of other people's lives. This leads to overspending just to fit in or feel like we're not being left behind. How can you avoid this trap? Focus on quality, not brands. Buy items that are high quality and last longer, even if they're not from a famous brand. Embrace minimalism. A simple, well-curated wardrobe can look better than flashy labels. Invest in yourself. Build confidence through learning new skills or achieving goals instead of relying on expensive items to feel worthy. Remember, true confidence comes from within, not from what you wear or own. By spending less on appearances and more on your future, you can achieve the kind of success that really matters. Number 4. The ignored black hole, maintenance costs. Have you ever bought something that seemed affordable, only to find out later it costs a lot to maintain? Many people fall into this trap, and it quietly drains their money over time. For example, someone might buy a used car at a low price, but frequent repairs and high fuel costs end up costing more than a reliable, slightly more expensive car would. Or they get a pet without realizing how much food, vet bills, and grooming will cost each month. These ongoing expenses, or maintenance costs, are often overlooked but can wreck your budget. This happens because we focus only on the upfront cost. A $500 deal might seem great, but if you have to spend $100 every month to keep it running, is it really worth it? Poor people often fall into this cycle, thinking they're saving money, but actually losing more in the long run. So, how can you avoid this black hole? Think about the total cost. Before buying something, calculate how much it will cost to maintain, repair, or use over time. Buy quality over quantity. Spending a bit more upfront on reliable items can save you money in the long run. Simplify your life. Do you really need something that requires high upkeep, or can you live with a simpler alternative? For example, instead of owning a car that needs constant repairs, consider a reliable used car or even public transportation if possible. Similarly, instead of buying a large home with high utility bills, think about renting or owning a smaller, more efficient space. Maintenance costs are like hidden expenses that sneak up on you. By thinking ahead and planning wisely, you can avoid these traps and keep your money working for you instead of against you. Number 5. Small investments that aren't investments. Many people want to grow their money, but sometimes they fall for investments that aren't really investments at all. These can be things like multi-level marketing, MLM, schemes, get-rich-quick programs, or chasing the latest trends, like meme stocks or cryptocurrency, without proper research. These may seem like smart moves at first, but they often leave people worse off financially. Here's how it happens. Someone might join an MLM thinking it's a way to make extra money. They buy products up front, attend expensive events, or pay membership fees, only to find out they're barely breaking even or losing money. Similarly, people invest in hot trends because they hear success stories, but without understanding the risks, they end up losing more than they gain. The problem with these investments is that they rely on hype and emotion rather than solid financial planning. They give the illusion of progress, but don't build real wealth. Do your homework. Before putting money into anything, research thoroughly. If it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Focus on proven methods. Instead of chasing quick money, invest in things like index funds, which grow steadily over time. Invest in yourself. Spend money on learning skills, certifications, or side hustles that can increase your earning potential in a sustainable way. For example, instead of buying into a risky scheme, imagine putting that same money into a retirement account. Over time, your money grows steadily and gives you real financial security. Small investments that aren't real investments can waste not just your money, but also your time and energy. By staying focused on safe, smart financial strategies, you'll set yourself up for true long-term success. Wasting money might seem harmless in the moment, but over time, it can keep you stuck in a cycle of financial stress. The good news is that by making small changes, you can take control of your spending and start building a better future. Frugal living isn't about depriving yourself. It's about making smart choices that give you more freedom and peace of mind. Imagine how different your life could be with an emergency fund, less stress about bills, or the ability to invest in opportunities that grow your wealth. Now, if you want to learn how to achieve financial success, then watch this video next. If you made it to this point in the video, please like and subscribe to the channel to see more content like this. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.